I think a lot of agents, they get bogged down with like, I got to create this content. I don't know how. I don't know what to do. I'm afraid somebody's going to not like me or whatever. So for those people that are not creating content and they have all these roadblocks they've built in their head, what's your advice for them?
Instead of worrying about creating stuff, you just document what you're already doing. And you may think that it's kind of boring, right? But there's people are voyeurs. They like to see inside other people's houses and they like to see what you're doing on a daily basis. And so people are going to tune in. And so you don't actually have to worry about creating a ton of content if you're just documenting what you're doing already. And then secondarily, you don't have to be on camera to start. Like until you get a little bit, I always say like get your at bats. Like I do think that you should be on camera. I think it's the most important thing for your brand, especially if you're trying to grow your business through video marketing. That being said, if you're not comfortable with it, start doing stuff off camera where you're behind the camera. You're just showing what you're looking at, and then you're going to get familiar, comfortable with your voice. And then something's going to come up where you're in it and you're going to start to like be okay with it. And then you're just going to grow into it. But ultimately, if you can just document what you're already doing on a daily basis, and you don't have to start on camera if you're a little bit nervous, but ultimately that's the goal. You can start from behind the camera. I think just getting the content out there of what you're doing on a daily basis is a great start. Scroll down just a tad to that video right there where it says the most expensive home for sale in San Diego. It's a green screen video. It's got 5,700 views. That one right there, it's blue. So that is basically just me recording a green screen of the most expensive home in San Diego. And I just sorted by, heavy. Now I put myself on it, but if you're not comfortable there, just do a voiceover there. But you can theoretically just do a video of go to Zillow and look up the most expensive home in your neighborhood and then walk people through it virtually. And like right there, that's pure content. People will want to see inside that. You know what I mean? And so I did this little teaser in the thing where I talked about the golf course nearby. But theoretically, for the next part, I just literally show the inside of the house, right? You can start doing virtual property tours of the most expensive homes in your neighborhood. And those will do really well on Instagram Reels and TikTok.
You're blowing up my spot here. That's how I grew my channel, and how I broke into luxury in Austin. Because before I started my YouTube channel, my price point was like $350. Well, I started doing the YouTube channel. I was like, there's a site in Austin's like Austin Luxury Network. So I got in there, got in. And so all I would do is find the most expensive homes on the lake, most expensive homes in this area. And I would take their B-roll and it was just me talking about like, look at this. Like, can you imagine having a table that big? Like, how cool would this be? And those videos didn't like go crazy, but guess what? I'm selling a ton of luxury real estate now because of videos like that. What you just said, if you're listening to this video right now, what Jason just said is insanely important. Do green screen, throw it behind you, show a most expensive home, show a home that just listed in your neighborhood. Can you believe this home is listed in my neighborhood? And then send it, like tag your neighbors, right? I mean, how easy is that? If you want to sell in your neighborhood, you got to be in front of them, right? Be your own content creator and create.
For sure. I mean, think about what does well on HGTV and Bravo and all these shows, right? The real estate shows, there's fix and flips and stuff like that. So do your own version of that. Say, go find a flip that was done in your neighborhood and then go find the before pictures and then show the after pictures and then be like, hey, this house just got flipped in our neighborhood. What do you think? Like check out the before and check out the after. And people will love that. You know what I mean? I think that's super easy. I think that the really successful shows like $1 Million Listing and stuff, those were about the personality of the characters. So that's where you get like someone like who's very comfortable on camera and can really tap into their personality to do well. But like, honestly, you could theoretically have an entire channel just showing off flips in your neighborhood and showing the befores and the afters on video and then talking about them, and you'll do really well, I bet. And no, I haven't seen that done yet, but I think that would be a really good channel.
How hard is that? It's not hard at all. And I think so many agents get stuck on the process and how to do it instead of just doing it.
Yeah, for sure. Done is better than perfect. We say that in the office all the time. Like, and that's the thing, especially when you're starting out, is you're so concerned about being perfect. Because usually for what we've seen our entire lives growing up is we saw a perfect final product on TV. And so we are comparing it to that, but social media is not like that. In fact, raw does better. You know what I mean? People want to see raw. People want to see the blemishes, so to speak. And so sometimes that's why I try to mix in the phone content with the produced content, because I typically see sometimes that does even better.